Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Wakfu, episode 7 of the second season. Last time we saw a bunch of information, and I mean a ton of information about the Eliotropes, the race that Hugo belongs to. And I love the lore of that episode. I watched it several times, like 3 or 4 times before giving my commentary. Because, yes, it's fascinating. And we find out that Hugo is one of the original Eliotropes. Or at least that's how I interpret that he is one of the 6 really immortal beings that if he dies, his Wakfu is just going to go back again to the Dofus, and once the dragon, that is his brother, in this case Adamai, both die, they will be reborn as well. Yeah, a new Eliatrope, but not a new Eliatrope, the same Eliatrope and the same dragon, but obviously younger. I don't know if they preserve the memories after they are reborn, or if they lost them, or the circumstances in which they lost their memories were for other stuff. I am still not certain of that. So yeah, my assumption is every time they revive themselves, they lost the memories of the past life. That's how I interpret, because yes, they know nothing about the mechanisms. They know nothing about the invasion of their planet or the invasion in this planet by Orgonax, and of course they don't remember anything. They have no information about their past, and I mean Adamai and Yugo. So yeah, it's a very interesting concept. Technically, Yugo cannot die. His physical body can be damaged enough for him to disappear for a while, but technically he will be back again in a few years or a few millennia, because yes, depending on the damage or the amount of Wakfu he used, is going to take longer for him to recover. So yeah, it's a very interesting concept and a very interesting idea. So yeah, I love last episode. I was so excited because of the information that it gave us. So yeah, but anyway, I think I spoke enough about that in the last episode, and well, let's just cut this and watch the next one, shall we? Oh, that is so cute.
Ne t'en fais pas, Hugo, je suis sûr que ça lui passera vite.
Ah, yes.
Alors, ça y est, c'est officiel entre vous.
Oui, on peut dire ça comme ça.
What are you doing to him?
Qu'est-ce que tu le trouves, Évangéline? Bon, regarde-le, il est...
Cette rousseur, c'est naturel.
Yo, boy.
Il faut connaître Pimpin, avoir combattu à ses côtés et l'avoir vu mettre sa vie en danger.
Yes, literally that.
Toi aussi, tu saurais à quel point elle est exceptionnelle.
Tenez, j'ai trouvé ça pour vous.
What is that?
Des bonbons à la menthe pour vos problèmes de bouche.
Oh, yes, the bad breath. Okay, the change of music is kind of weirding me out, but I understand why. That looks terrible.
Ouh là là, ça nous change un
Yes,
peu.
exactly.
C'est un peu moins...
Colorful, welcoming.
Verdoyant.
Oh boy.
Oui, c'est moins... T'es sûr de ton plan, Évangéline? Absolument sûr, mon cher Hugo. Bon, très bien, on peut laisser sortir Amalia.
What? Oh, she's coming. Oh, I love that. Oh, that was a trap.
Il y en a pas un qui m'a proposé de repartir à l'aventure. Et toi,
What?
envoyer ton havre-sac, Az et ton faux rare font leurs besoins partout. Heureusement qu'entre
Oh,
c'est super que t'aies choisi
yes.
Sans toi, ça aurait pas été pareil.
Mais le roi et le prince...
Yeah, probably.
Ça fait 2 fois que tu leur fais le coup.
Penses-tu? Nous serons de retour dans 4 ou 5 jours. Ils n'auront même pas le
I don't think they're going to be 4 or 5 days.
Vous vous êtes occupé de tout?
Tout à fait, nous avons rempli le havre-sac de Ruel de nourriture, mon roi.
Et de vêtements adaptés à toutes les circonstances.
Il ne faudrait pas que la...
Oh, they do.
Je suis surpris que vous l'ayez laissé partir aussi.
Oh, he's kind of.
C'est le
Oh.
portrait craché de sa mère. Aussi aventurière que t'es.
Okay, he kind of knew, so yeah, that's even better. Holy, that thing. Who's running the place now?
J'ai l'impression de la revoir.
J'ai
Ah.
pas vu ta grand-mère, Ruel. Mais moi aussi, j'ai l'impression
What?
Revoir.
Qu'est-ce que tu racontes, hein?
Oh, what? She's still alive? Just how old she is.
Tiens, mais c'est le...
Holy.
Moon, c'est bien toi?
Ça dépend. Tu as besoin
Yes, exactly.
La famille de Ruel.
Mais c'est
C'était un enfant très gâté, Ruel.
Really?
Temps de te comporter comme un adulte responsable.
un enfant très gâté.
She hasn't changed at all.
Non.
Je peux avoir une glace, Moumoun?
Mal au ventre.
Trois petits points d'amour.
Wow. Tree. Oh, okay.
Ça sert à rien, les gars. Elle est plus têtue qu'un porc cassin. Allez, on y va.
Où ça? Je te vois venir, vieux radin.
Euh.
Funiculaire, on prend 15 jours de marche supplémentaire.
Oh, c'est vite.
Mais tu changeras jamais. T'es vraiment énervant. D'ailleurs, tu m'énerves tellement que je vais payer pour tout le monde sauf pour toi.
Oh.
Là, on n'a pas tous la chance d'être nés avec une pelle en argent dans la bouche.
Yeah.
Bon, eh bien, en route, mes amis.
Everything is a trick, right?
C'est plus beau que ça en a l'air de l'extérieur.
Well, yeah.
C'est
It's...
rouge comme mes cheveux.
Trop cool.
Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
C'est la première classe, mon bonhomme.
Yeah.
C'est 500 gamins.
500. Yeah. Seriously?
Moon, y a Orifan qui...
It's like a kid.
Première classe.
Mon petit Ruel, tu sais que j'ai horreur des faillots.
Holy. It's so weird to see this interaction. Yeah, that must be heavy as hell, man. He doesn't even move. Just how strong the grandmother is.
C'est un peu...
Oh, vous savez, le petit Ruel a toujours été le plus
Seriously?
très débrouillard, mais rien dans les guibolles.
He's trembling.
Ça va, Ruel?
Great. Now let's see a professional do it. Okay.
Cher client, le temps est clair et le vent s'en sort.
Oh.
Pas la traversée. Le voyage est prévu.
30 minutes, okay. I don't think they're going to... Oh, look at the strength, man! Again, just for how long that thing has been there, without moving. Holy... Okay, but this is not going to be an easy ride. Thanks to the name of the episode.
Vite le savoir.
So that's why... Oh... What? What? Okay, that looks cool!
C'est quoi ce truc?
Je me posais exactement la même
Yes!
Ce truc, chers amis, c'est ma grand-mère. Et vous lui faites faire des choses qui sont plus de son âge.
Prêt à recevoir les fameuses fessées de Momoun.
Ils vont déguster.
Okay, yes! I wanted to see this one. It's a less threatening thing, yeah, but once you know what that thing is capable of doing... Holy, they're receiving a beating! Holy, they are running away! Yeah, they weren't exactly powerful.
Vous allez regretter de nous avoir humiliés de cette façon. Les gars, on court.
Oh no!
S'occuper au fond de l'océan. On prendra leur matos plus tard. Chef, oui, chef. N'est-ce pas un peu cruel? Ouais, enfin, je dis ça, je dis rien. En avant, mes enfants.
Oh, I like the way those lances look like.
Il faut les en empêcher.
Come on, Evangeline, do with your freaking bow.
On va aider Momoun sur le toit. Vous allez voir. Elle va nous préparer une petite surprise. J'en suis sûr.
Okay. So this is the ambush.
Mais ne croyez pas que ce téléphérique est un
So yeah, the cable is strong as hell.
Voyez vous-même.
But oh, a freaking cannon!
Venez,
Oh, a machine gun, not just a cannon.
prenez ça, les enculés.
Vas-y, je vais vous montrer, moi, pourquoi je suis un vrai chef.
Je m'en occupe.
Yes, of course. Hugo has that capability. Yes.
Tu n'arrives pas à la cheville du corbeau noir.
Maman, voyons qui de nous deux va lâcher en premier.
Où sont-ils? Où sont-ils? Mais où se cachent-ils? Les poltrons.
Come on. He has the advantage.
Trop tard, on va jusqu'au bout.
Holy.
Hugo,
Trop facile.
Yeah.
Où sont-ils? Où êtes-vous, bande de lâches? Hein?
She's still.
Lâchez-vous un peu. Allez.
She's still. She's. Oh. Ah, that made a humor. I love it.
Merci pour tout, Moumoun. Ruel a de la chance d'avoir une grand-mère comme toi.
Yeah.
Mignon bonhomme.
on voit que t'as pas passé ton enfance avec
Oh.
Pour le prix de la traversée,
Oui.
on vient de sauver ton funiculaire.
Yeah. Of course. She is not going to do that. It's just like
Nous
you.
faire une réduc,
Yeah.
un avoir pour
A
la
credit. Yeah. No.
T'es la meilleure, maman.
Yeah.
Fier d'être ton petit-fils.
En tout cas, grâce à nos amis bandits, on va...
Oh,
gagner un
yes. Wait, where's you? Oh, of course, everybody has their own.
trajet.
Yes. There were 5. I love the design of those things. Yeah, those were pathetically weak. I thought they were going to be a bigger threat. Okay, this was...
Il est mignon, le pauvre.
Yeah.
Il va nous détacher.
No, yeah, but I'm gonna stop it there. No, that thing is not going to untie them. Yeah, again, that episode felt shorter than I expected. I never felt that it lasted what a usual episode lasted. I felt it really short, which is not a bad thing, of course. I think it's great because you're more entertained by that. But yeah, as always, I'm gonna watch this again and be back with my comments. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the 7th episode of Wakfu of the second season. And it's a lot more relaxed episode. Nothing big, not so much new information or really important information that is very shocking to receive. No, it's more of a calm moment. Yes, there are adventures, there are fights, but it's not in this big, amazing battle or this big and revealing moment. Other than apparently the grandmother of Ruel is still alive. That is a shocker. But yeah, anyway, that is another kind of information, another kind of stuff that is happening there. So yeah, we start with the first scene in which they're saying goodbyes to the kingdom of Sarida because they are going to recover the Dofus. Quibble, and as I said before, I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly, Quibble's Dofus. Well, the dragon in this case, because yes, Quibbles is still alive. They're saying their goodbyes, and apparently Adamite is not going to accompany them because he needs to look after Gargle, or the small version of Gargle. Because yes, he's very jealous and very angry. Apparently, he is not the calm and collected dragon, but it's understandable. That other dragon was probably thousands and thousands of years old. This one has the memory of somebody who was born yesterday. And of course, they are going to look after Gargle and after Chibi because yeah, both have the same age now. It is a cute moment because we see again Hugo's dad, Alibert, that is first kind of not agreeing to taking care of the kid because he's too old and all that, yes. But once he sees the small face, the cute face of the kid, he's like, okay, yeah, sure, I'm gonna take care of him. no problem. It's kind of apparently he is not happy with that, but yeah, it's pretty obvious that he's just content taking care of the children. And in this moment, I thought just that Amalia wasn't going to join them in their adventure, that she has to stay because now she has more duty as a princess and she cannot do the same thing that she did at the beginning of the adventure, in which, of course, she ran away and looked for adventure. It's a kind of warm moment between her and Hugo because she doesn't like the goodbyes. She runs away, and apparently I thought she was going to run to her room because, yeah, she was going to cry or something like that. And we have a little discussion between the prince of the Sarida and Evangeline. He's still kind of saying, okay, you're really official. What do you see in him? He is not good for you, enough of that, and all that, yes. But of course, Evangeline is completely in love with Pompon, with a good reason, because yes, he has honor, he's brave, he's willing to sacrifice himself for his friends, and that is a fact that we know for certain. That doesn't change the fact that he's a dumbass, because he offered a mint to the prince. And he's not even subtle about it. Yeah, for your bad breath. I don't think he said those exact words, but yeah, there is nothing subtle in his actions. Luckily, the prince is not that angry, or perhaps he is able to control his anger a little bit better. Yeah, but it's again a funny moment, a very relaxed moment. That, yeah, perhaps the prince wanted to take revenge from Pompon, but he is unable because now he's a hero to his people. So yeah, you need to balance the political consequences and all that, or because it's just a cartoon. Anyway, I like to think that it's because of the repercussions, the political repercussions. Oh no, the prince attacked one of our saviors. What kind of douchebag the prince is? What will the press say? So yeah, I know this is funny, perhaps only for me because all the scenarios I'm running in my head. Anyway, yeah. They are about to depart. Of course, Ruel is missing the bag, and Junior is bringing the bag to him. They, of course, get together and go away into the new adventure. They arrive into kind of a swamp, a very nasty place. After the colorful vegetation in Sarida, after this beautiful environment, full of life, full of hope, because yes, those are very clear colors or very soft shadows, not very aggressive, and of course everything is made on purpose. Meanwhile, in the swamp is kind of a less colorful green, more harsh shadows, not harsh shadows, a little bit more obscure shadows. Yeah, it's obviously to make an obvious change that this is not the welcoming place just as much as Sarida. Sarida is portrayed as this beautiful kingdom, which, yes, it's kind of is, it should be, because, yes, the people are not plants, but they really know how to take care of plants and really look after those plants. Because, yeah, the entire environment is dependent on this, this tree of life, literally. Yeah, we saw another goodbye that Oliver is kind of worrying about his son because yes, he needs to be taken care of. Ruel makes a promise that he's going to look after him, but of course this is more for to have Oliver being more relaxed or more at ease, because yeah, Hugo is very capable of taking care of himself. He's very strong, he is very agile, and he is a good warrior because in his past life, literally his past life, he was a very fierce warrior. So yeah, of course, a father will always worry about him no matter what. Of course, they use the map, the usual map, to locate the better position or the better way to reach their destination because it's still very far away. And I love how Evangeline is kind of protecting Pompon in this case. That yes, we shall try to use the boat the least possible, because yes, Pompon, it doesn't manage well the nausea that in the moment he arrives in a boat, or travels in a boat, sorry. So yeah, she's very thoughtful. I think a little bit more than before, because yeah, now they are officially boyfriend and girlfriend. And I love how Pompon is distracted in this scene. He's just so in love and see two birds that kind of for him symbolize him and Evangeline, and everything is cute while they are. It's kind of a way to make the exposition look a little bit more comfortable, more funny, more bearable for the user, for the viewer. I love how that cute moment is cut short thanks to this carnivorous plant that just devours the freaking birds and the terrified look on Pompon. They say, everything is agreed. Yeah, sure. Just get the hell out of here, because this is a very dangerous place. And that is when we discover that actually Amalia is really going to accompany them, because she is out of the back, literally out of the back of Ruel in this case. And she's just angry because how dare you not to invite me to this adventure, you guys? You should be from the beginning. And you, Ruel, you should really clean your bag, because us and the little Poro that you have there are just doing their business everywhere. And the only one she can is happy, really, because she was supporting her from the beginning, was of course Evangeline. But yeah, they say, okay, they're not going to miss you, and they're going to be mad at you because you again did the same. You escaped your kingdom and your responsibilities and all that. Yes. Cut to the next scene, in which of course the king is saying, yeah, you take care of everything. Yes, we put a lot of food and a lot of clothes for every situation inside that bag. The king knows that she is with her friends, and he is okay with that. My guess is because he kind of see his deceased wife in her, because yeah, she's adventurous, she's stubborn, but yeah, she needs to see the world. So yeah, he's kind of a compassionate father that now understand better than any other time that his daughter needs to be free, needs to go away for a while and to really live her life. And since she's accompanied by very strong heroes, it's not much problem into the security of the princess, because yes, they are going to take care of her and they're going to protect her, and she's going to protect them too, because yes, she is strong too. And they arrive, of course, to this place in which this cable car is parked, and that was supposed to be owned by the grandmother of Ruel. I think it was Mon. I hope again I'm pronouncing the name correctly. It's not that hard, but again, I don't know French, unfortunately. So again, I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. And she's remembering everything. Oh yeah, grandmother, it's a shame she died because she was there counting camas and all that. And yeah, it turns out that she is still alive. And good lord, how old she must be for her to be the grandmother of Ruel, the oldest member of the party. Really, really old, but in good condition, to be honest. And yes, she's just as cheapskate as well, even more perhaps. We see, of course, the personality of this old lady. Yeah, she is going to grab karmas left and right and not giving anything away. Even the dog, the Poro that she has, is protecting the cable car, because nobody should touch that thing until they pay the toll, the right to pass, or the right to ride in that thing. Yeah, Pompon learned that lesson pretty hard, and I think that is the second time he is being kind of being punished by one of the mascots of this family. Yes, again, the language that you must use in her presence, you don't say borrow, you say other stuff. And yes, it's a very curious family that we have here, because yeah, all of them are cheapskate, even though they are loaded. They don't spend a kama more than they need to. Yeah, every single thing that reflects that. The cable car, it looks very old, looks very torn down, but luckily it's not the case. Yeah, even when Pompon kick it, yeah, it makes this terrible noise. And again, the freaking Poro was attacking Pompon because how dare he to touch the car again, even in more aggressive way than before. He was saved by the grandma, of course. Again, we see this moment that kind of his pride is being hurt, but it tried to make, oh no, I was completely sure that I'm going to beat them and it doesn't matter what. But again, the roaring of the beast and saying, oh no, it's fine. Yeah, of course. When they thought that they're going to pass free because that is the grandma of Ruel, they should have known better. If you're family of Ruel, you are not going to receive anything for free. Anything. But yeah, it's very expensive. 300 kamas per person. And according to Ruel, it was 10 times cheaper before. But thanks to other stuff, she needs to, of course, put a lot more price into that ride. And again, I love the little moment of remembrance, in which every single bit of information that we get from said memory is, of course, a young Ruel, a very young Ruel, perhaps no more than 8. He said, "Oh, can you borrow? Can you buy me a shovel?" I said, "No." And can you buy me ice cream? No, it's going to get you a stomach ache. Oh boy, 3 whole peas. Thank you, Grandma. You're the best. And that was his birthday. That's why it was 3 whole peas. So yeah, apparently Ruel was a very, very spoiled kid back then. Good Lord, that family. But yeah, of course, Ruel is still a cheapskate and he wants to just walk 15 days instead of paying that price. But of course, I think my trick was here because, yeah, he was trying to convince somebody else to pay the toll. And of course, this was Amalia. They entered the freaking car. And it's a lot nicer in the inside. And of course, it's divided in first class and low class and all that. And yeah, Ruel has to sit in just the back because he didn't pay much for the ride. And I love this machinery. That is a better constructed machine that I thought at the beginning. It was a lot better. But of course, the way of moving this machine is thanks to kind of a bicycle in there. That is a lot cheaper than using gasoline on another type of fuel. This is expected for these guys. Really, I was not even surprised when that thing appeared. It was so obvious that it's going to be there. But anyway, yeah, when Ruel tried to help his grandma, he's not weak. We know that he is not weak. But he cannot even move a centimeter, not even an inch. He could move that thing. And yeah, apparently he is the weakest of the family. I don't want to meet the strongest of this family because, yeah, Ruel is a beast in combat. And the grandma, once she starts to ride the kind of this bicycle, because I don't want to say this bicycle, she starts to move the thing really, really fast without major problem. Everybody is impressed thanks to the side they are seeing because yes, it's a beautiful side. Every single thing that you're seeing is beautiful. But I was having a bad feeling about this. Everything seems way too relaxed. Everything seems to be way too calm. And yes, of course, minutes later, a freaking ambush appeared. I don't know the name of the race of these guys. I don't recall if you mentioned them or if they are a new race or at least a new race for me. They are riding these kind of shadowy beasts. And yes, I thought it was going to be a lot more dangerous for them, that they're going to be falling down and they have to recover and all that. Yes, but no. Apparently, these guys are very weak because after a brief battle, which is very spectacular, I love again the different dynamics in battle because now we have a kind of an aerial battle. Because yes, inside the car when they start to fight, and of course the grandma fuse with his Poro, they start to kick their asses like they were nothing. Apparently, the boss was killed by the new boss, or I don't know if he died of old, but that's what I interpret from that. That the old boss was killed by one of the new boss. And yeah, apparently they have a deal that they won't be bothered during the travels of this car, and you're going to give us camas. I guess that's why the high price of the ride. They start to fight, of course, as I said before, inside the car. They are nothing against these five, and of course the grandma. But they take into the air and they start to attacking, and it's slightly more effective than before. Yeah, they managed to knock down Evangeline. At the beginning, I thought, oh, really? She was falling down, but no. Pompon, before, he failed to capture her, not capture her, to grab her hand and save her. But he jumped into action, took one of the rides, and really forced him to go down and save Evangeline. I love that little tension moment because I was really believing that she was going to fail. But come on, yeah, this is Wakfu, full of heroes. They start to attack with a machine gun that throws, I don't know if they were stones or something else, but yeah, she was going crazy, hitting every target. Well, not hitting every target, but yeah, really attacking them. And the rest, of course, was saying, oh, they are close by. So they start attack with their own tactics, and they knock down, especially Hugo. He's just jumping from point to point so they can be knocked down. And yes, he grabs him, and it's kind of the chicken game, that who let go first. But of course the chicken was the new boss, and he crashed against the friggin' car, which is very solidly made. It's pretty well done. He received several attacks and direct hits with huge masses, and nothing happened to the car. So yeah, kudos to the creator of that car, because it's really, really well made. Hugo had the advantage. In the moment he was going to hit the ground, he could just teleport himself away. And that's what exactly he did. They captured the thieves, or these kind of bandits, and they arrived safely to land. I don't know if they crossed what they were supposed to be crossing. I guess they did. And now they took the freaking rides, of course, these kind of shadowy birds or skeletal birds, to arrive even sooner to their destination. And my guess, they skip entirely the boat race. So now, they are safe, or at least Pompon is safe from the nausea. Everyone had their own ride, and that is when the episode ends. Of course, we see more personality of the old lady, that she is still very hard. She doesn't want to let go any camas at all, not even for her grandson. And yes, you can see every single beat and the full comedic moments in that regard, with Ruel and the grandmother. Really, really nice episode. And as I said during the reaction, I didn't felt like it was a full episode. It really felt short. But it was because it was funny. It was very entertaining. I love this episode because it kind of a calm moment after the storm of information that was the last episode. And yeah, very, very entertaining. And I have a couple of questions for you guys. It is common for, I think it's Eliatrop, but the race that belongs to Ruel. It is common for them to fuse with their Puros, or perhaps Ruel is capable of the same thing with Junior, or perhaps he doesn't do it because Junior is way too young to do such a thing. That is my main question that comes out of this episode. I hope you can answer that question in the comments. And of course, The other question is just how old can you get before dying? Because yes, the grandma is really old. Ruel is, I don't know what, 100 and something. The grandma must be at least 200, as they said in the episode. So yes, what is the deal with this race? How old can they get before they die? And my third question is, what is the name of the race? Is this the race of the riders, the kind of the bandits? What is their race? And because if you mentioned that before, sorry, I really have a bad memory, and we haven't seen these guys in a while since the Black Raven. And the name of the freaking rides, I'm sorry again, I forgot all of that. So if you can give me that information again in the comments, I will be so glad for you guys. But anyway, yes, I think I spoke enough about this episode. There is really not much to analyze. It's a pretty straightforward episode, not much plot twists or information to analyze and to read about. Really a straightforward episode. Oh, something I forgot to mention, the meta humor in the freaking episode. We have seen hints here and there in past episodes with the raindrops that hit the camera and all that. And no, they literally break a camera in the end. So yeah, I love that meta humor. And another thing I forgot to mention in the last video. Yeah, one of my theories was completely destroyed in the last episode when I thought that one of the Eliatrops, but the Yugos race, hopefully I'm saying again correctly, one of the Eliatrops but I thought that one of the Eliatrops went crazy because thanks to the Elia Cube, and started attacking their own race, and that's why they disappear and all that. Yes, no, none of them went crazy. It was an attack from another race. In this case, the representative of said race was the Ogronox. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So yeah, one of my theories has been just completely destroyed. I was completely wrong about that. Anyway, yeah, these have been very fun episodes, very interesting ones. I hope you really enjoyed this episode, and the only thing I have to say is thank you guys for your comments, for your likes, for your views, and for your subscriptions. If you want to be a subscriber, click on the button for subscription and on the bell so you can get notifications. And of course, thank you for your attention, guys, and well, see you in the next one. Bye.